During question time today, Anthony Albanese was asked about how he will work with the incoming government of the United States. But what does he really think about Donald Trump?
My question is to the Prime Minister. Today, the people of the United States are voting for their next president. Why is this election important to Australia, and how will the government work with the new administration?
Order. The member for Longman, the Deputy Leader of the Opposition, will cease objecting. The Prime Minister has the call.
I thank the member for Fraser for his question. And of course, the election of a new President of the United States is always a moment of profound consequence for the world, for our region and for Australia.
You deal with Trump,
with trepidation.
Yeah, but how do you get by? How do you temper your language?
Well, you've got to deal with who was elected. So we have an alliance with the US. We've got to deal with him. But that doesn't mean that you're uncritical about it. He scares the shit out of me. And I think it's of some concern that the leader of the free world thinks that you can conduct politics through 140 characters on Twitter. Recently, of course, unlike most world leaders, Scott Morrison refused to disavow President Trump's incitement of the storming of the Capitol. And I note that this morning he has reaffirmed that failure to distance himself personally from President Trump's incitement. He remains afraid of the far-right extremist fringe dwellers who make up the bedrock of his personal support, and who he cultivates through the avatars of Trumpists and conspiracy theorists like Craig Kelly and George Christensen. Working effectively with the new US administration at the global level is going to require quite a lot of Australia. While Labor has a track record of global leadership, we have seen our Prime Minister take aim at, quote him, negative globalism and, to quote again, unaccountable internationalist bureaucracy. Let's call this for what it was. Mr. Morrison pandering to President Trump and those who follow him in Australia. And the coalition has deliberately run down our diplomatic capability, making Australia weaker in prosecuting our national interests.
Well, personal attacks are not foreign policies. And if the Leader of the Opposition thinks sledging me is some sort of foreign policy, well, he just doesn't get it. And it is the job of every Prime Minister, of whatever political persuasion you are, and every President of the United States, whatever political persuasion they are, to continue to steward this very important relationship. And that's what I've been doing with the current President, and it's what I'll do with the incoming President. I've already had a very warm conversation following the election with President-elect Biden, and looking forward to a very positive relationship with President Biden once he's sworn in, and his administration. We had very good dealings and very good relationships with the current administration.